So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 22nd and 23rd of August 2021. Starting with very first question, which organization released the Life Freedom Index 2021 report? So recently this report has been released by HDFC Life, and according to the report, with the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic, consumer confidence in future financial readiness has declined over the past 2 years. So actually this report was based on 4 sub-indices named as, first one is Financial Awareness Index, then second is Financial Planning Index, then third one is Financial Sufficiency and Adequacy Index, and the last is Financial Liberty Index. So this is a kind of measurement of financial freedom of consumers across the 4 key segments, that is proud parents, wisdom investors, young aspirants and smart women. So this was the report of HDFC Life, and this organization was established in the year 2011. Now can you tell me recently which organization has released the Financial Inclusion Index? It was released by RBI. This news already we have covered in the previous lecture, so you can refer to it. Also we have talked about global coronavirus ranking. In this particular ranking, India was ranked at 32nd position. Also recently, NSDC, that is National Skill Development Corporation, has partnered with Samsung to introduce a skilling program that aims to train 50,000 youth. Can you tell me from which country Samsung belong to? Please write in the comments if you know. Also, a few days back we have talked about Global Youth Index. In this particular ranking, India was ranked at 122nd position among 181 countries. And this index basically measures the condition of young people in the country, okay? So in it, Singapore was at the first position and the last place was occupied by Niger. Question number 2. In which state or union territory an exhibition cum selling platform named as NCUI Heart has been inaugurated? So actually this platform is currently exhibiting the products of those local cooperatives and self-help groups which have not been able to find ready markets due to marketing problem. So now it will take up the task of implementing the government schemes so that the benefits go to the lowest and deprived sections of the society. And it has recently been inaugurated in New Delhi. So basically the products of cooperatives and self-help groups of states like Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Odisha and various other states are exhibiting their products in this heart, and it would create an enabling environment for Sehkar se Samriddhi by expanding its reach in all parts of our country. Fine. Now talking about Delhi, recently Narendra Singh Tomar has inaugurated the world's second largest refurbished state-of-the-art National Gene Bank. Also recently, world's first biobank in Ayurveda is going to be set up in All India Institute of Ayurveda, New Delhi. And not only this, AIIMS Delhi has become the first hospital in the country to house a fire station in its campus. And for this purpose, AIIMS has collaborated with DFS, that is Delhi Fire Services, to open a fire station inside the hospital to meet any emergency. Fine. And already we have discussed that Disaster Management of Authority has implemented GRAP there, that is Graded Response Action Plan, and you have to tell me which are the 4 levels of color coded alerts. Please write the name of these colors. Question number 3. Which ministry has launched Operation Blue Freedom? So recently Union Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Dr. Virendra Kumar flagged off Operation Blue Freedom on 16th of August. So it is basically an expedition by the people with disabilities from across India to the world's highest battlefield, Siachen Glacier. So selected people with disabilities will undertake an expedition to Kumar Post to create a new world record to scale the world's highest battlefield. And the team of these people has been trained by Team Claw. And this team will drive via Manali to Leh and will prepare for the Siachen Glacier world record expedition. So basically this team will subsequently undergo 3 stages of training. First is at Leh, second is Siachen Base Camp, and third is North Pullu before the final expedition. Fine. Now do remember that Atal Innovation Mission of Niti Aayog in collaboration with LA Foundation, Dassault Systems in India, has launched the third series of the Student Entrepreneurship Program 3.0 for the young innovators of ATL, that is Atal Tinkering Labs. Fine. So as part of this program, a team from each school, which would consist 6 students and 1 teacher, will be allocated seed funding towards creating their own startup, design and prototype their innovation using various methods like 3D printing or marketing campaign, or to create some type of expansion strategy. Fine. And once the program will end, each school's startup will participate in a playful competition and present their marketing campaign in front of experts from industry and academia. Okay. Also do remember that Chhattisgarh government has launched Rajiv Gandhi Gramin Bhumihin Majdoor Nyay Yojana. So under this scheme, 6,000 rupees will be provided to each of 12 lakh landless laborers, and the scheme has been launched with the aim of providing support to the rural landless laborers with some minimum wage, okay, so that it can help them to get access to basic amenities like food, etc. And the beneficiaries will receive their benefits before 31st of March 2022. Question number 4. With which country India has participated in the bilateral naval exercise, that is Konkan 2021? So recently India has participated in this bilateral naval exercise with United Kingdom, and it was held between Indian Navy and the Royal Navy of Britain in Portsmouth, which lies in UK. And do remember that INS Tabor took part in the annual bilateral exercise Konkan. And now you have to tell me in which 2 other countries INS Tabor had earlier participated. Please write in the comment section. And this exercise Konkan is being conducted between the 2 countries since the year 2004. Now apart from it, recently East African Community and India have signed a joint action plan to boost the trade activities. Also recently, India and Saudi Arabia have conducted their first ever naval exercise named as Al-Mohid Al-Hindi. Then India and UAE have conducted their naval exercise recently named as Zayed Talwar. And already we have discussed that Varun is the military exercise between India and France, while Indra is between India and Russia. Now you have to tell me, nomadic elephant is the military exercise between which 2 countries? Please write in the comment section. Question number 5. Which Indian city was adjudged the second most polluted city out of the 50 most polluted cities in the world? So this is Ghaziabad from Uttar Pradesh. And this report has been prepared by British company House Fresh. So according to them, Ghaziabad reported an AQI, that is average air quality index of 2.5 particulate matter, and the Chinese city of Hotan in Xinjiang province has been named as the most polluted city of the world. So the report attributed the air pollution in Hotan due to sandstorms resulting from its closeness to the Taklimala Desert, which is the largest shifting sand desert in the world. And for Ghaziabad, the cause of pollution has been assigned to the traffic volumes in the gateway to Uttar Pradesh. Fine. Now do remember that foundation stone of Innovation and Development Center of Jawaharlal Nehru Center for Advanced Research has been laid in Karnataka. Also, the first Orchid Conservation Center of North India has been inaugurated recently in Uttarakhand. Then there is Indian Institute of Heritage, which has been proposed to be set up in Noida. And Maldives style water villas will be set up in Lakshadweep. Question number 6. Which organization is supporting the Punjab government to boost MSMEs in the state? So actually the GAME, that is Global Alliance for Mass Entrepreneurship, in partnership with the government of Punjab and CICU, means Chamber of Industrial and Commercial Undertakings, supported by SIDBI, has initiated this program. So the aim of the program is to advance Punjab's transformation, Sada Karobar, Punjab Di Shaan, and helping the MSMEs to scale up their business efficiently. So this program basically invites applications from profitable business with annual revenue of 2 crore rupees to 10 crore rupees in service industry and 10 crore rupees to 50 crore rupees in manufacturing industry with at least 3 years of annual filings. And not only this, businesses with annual revenue of 2 crore rupees to 50 crore rupees that are led by women or majority equity owned by women have also been encouraged to apply. Now apart from it, recently SIDBI has unveiled an application-based digital lending platform named as Digital Prayas. Why? To facilitate loans to entrepreneurs from low-income groups. So the basic objective is to sanction loan by the end of the day, and to cater to those from urban area, SIDBI has partnered with Big Basket as well. Also SIDBI has initiated Swavlamban Challenge Fund. Why? To promote the entrepreneurship, and the applications would be invited in 2 categories. First is your pilot category and the second one is scale up. So already we have talked about this news, so I am not repeating it again. Question number 7. Which bank has launched Farmer Registration and Unified Beneficiary Information System, that is Fruits Portal? So first of all, you have to remember the full form of this acronym, and this has been launched by Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank in association with the Karnataka government. So this portal is the first of its kind in the country, wherein the land and other details of all the farmers in the state are being captured. So all the farmers will be registered and given a fruits ID number. So using this number, the financial and lending institutions can access the land details of farmers as well as their borrowings and take a quick decision on lending to them depending on their requirements. Fine. Now apart from it, recently Citibank, which is a US bank, has received a license from IFSC authority to set up its banking unit at India's first international financial services center at Gift City. Also do remember that recently the World Bank has launched a new cybersecurity multi-donor trust fund. So this fund aimed at better defining and systematically rolling out the cybersecurity development agenda to help ensuring a more sustainable reflection of cybersecurity considerations across its program and financing. So now this new fund will help ensuring the countries and their citizens to safely and securely take full advantage of the ongoing digital transformation and development. Question number 8. Which state or union territory has launched the Kar Khandar scheme? So recently Jammu Kashmir government issued orders for giving a fresh impetus to the training in handicraft sector in the union territory by unveiling this particular scheme, which is a unique concept for the upliftment of artisans and the weavers through training. Actually, the main thrust of this scheme will be to identify and impart skill upgradation training in such crafts which are facing human resource crunch, like there is walnut wood carving, then carpet, shawl weaving, etc. So under this scheme, the trainees will be given 2000 rupees per month, and the trainer will get also 2000 rupees per month for each trainee plus 25,000 rupees for logistics, raw materials, etc. Talking about Union Territory Ladakh, do remember that it is the first Indian Union Territory to achieve 100% first dose coverage of COVID-19 vaccination. Also recently Ladakh announced UNTAB scheme for its students, and under this program 12,300 tablets is to be distributed there at Ladakh. Also a new central university would be established in Ladakh, and the project cost for the formation of this university would be 750 crore rupees. Can you name this particular university? Please write in the comments if you know. Question number 9. With which organization my government under the Ministry of Electronics and IT have come together to jointly launch the Amrit Mahotsav Shri Shakti Innovation Challenge 2021? So basically on the occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, that is the 75th year of independence of India, my government under the Ministry of Electronics and IT and United Nations Women have come together to jointly launch this innovation challenge to encourage the technology solutions developed by women entrepreneurs that facilitate women's safety and empowerment. So basic aim is to empower women to help them achieve their full potential, and the winners will be awarded 5 lakh rupees each. Now few days back, Uttarakhand state has launched Mukhyamantri Vatsalya Yojana. And under this particular program, 3,000 rupees will be directly transferred into accounts of children who have lost their parents or the earning member of their family due to COVID-19 pandemic. Also, there was a public awareness campaign from Madhya Pradesh named as Ek Mask Anek Zindagi, so as to spread awareness about wearing mask as a preventive measure towards controlling the spread of COVID-19 virus. Coming to last question, recently who has been appointed as the brand ambassador for Amway? So recently Amway India has announced that it has appointed Mirabai Chanu as the brand ambassador for Amway and its Neutralite range of products. So Chanu will spearhead the company's campaigns focused on product ranges such as Omega and all plant protein among others. Do remember that Mirabai Chanu, who is a weightlifter, won the silver medal at 2020 Tokyo Olympics in the women's 49 kg category. Also few days back, the state of Uttarakhand has appointed Vandana Kataria as the state's brand ambassador for the Department of Women Empowerment and Child Development. Can you tell me Vandana Kataria is related to which sports? And also she has been awarded with 25 lakh rupees. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.